Many families are planning summer vacations or even taking some weekend getaways. This spring, as the weather starts to change, you feel inspired to get out and enjoy. Well, today we're helping you tackle the daunting task of packing. Whether you're concerned about saving space in your bag or fitting all of your toiletries into small containers, the task is not easy. Moms, you know especially because you're packing sometimes times 6, times 7. Right. Maria Eckersley, we like to refer to her as the queen of life hacks. She's here to share her best tips and tricks for traveling. I'm curious to know, are these hacks good for like the longer vacations or more the short getaway staycation?
Both. These are my staples. So we just took a big 2-week trip internationally. These worked great, but this is great for a weekend getaway with your kids too. They're good to go.
And what prompted you personally to find kind of paths of efficiency?
Well, space was my primary issue. So we were going international and we had very limited space. I also was a little scared because we were going to like Egypt and I had no idea what I could buy once I got there. So I needed to make sure everything worked and everything was efficient.
Yeah, it's one thing if you're going to, I don't know, say Las Vegas or California, right. You're like, I know what the Walmarts have there, but Egypt, who knows?
Who knows? No Walmart.
No, so you really had to prepare. That looks like a dream vacation, though.
Oh, it was a blast. We had a great time.
Are you still riding the high?
Oh, yeah, but you know how you get when you're back in your mom's zone, like, oh, yeah, this is what I've neglected for 2 weeks. So.
You get sucked into reality really fast. Well, let's take you back to that space, at least when it comes to packing and preparing. Let's start with the suitcase. What should we know?
Yes, so one tip that most people don't know is that every suitcase has a liner inside it, built into it. So if you look at the very bottom of almost any suitcase, there's a zipper that runs down the middle. This is like my secret stash spot. So this is where I hide things that I might not need on my trip, but I want to have just in case. So
like what?
Packs of wet wipes, or like I use the dollar store hampers that pop up so that we have a hamper in the hotel room.
Smart.
And it hides in there so I don't have to worry about packing around it. Things like garbage sacks and Ziploc bags, anything that lays a little flat, that's what I use that little spot for.
Ziploc bags I always tuck into my suitcase as well.
That's where you should put them.
So that's the hidden little compartment that most suitcases have you might not know is even there.
Right.
Check. What else?
Okay, so if you haven't invested in storage cubes, or packing cubes is what they're called on Amazon, they are just a dream.
Are they really all they're hyped up to be? Are you
they
sure?
really are.
Okay.
I love the Amazon Basics kind because they're the cheapest I could find, and they're really sturdy. But if you're packing with kids, buying one of these big ones for each kid so that you can kind of bundle all their clothes in one container and throw them all in a duffel bag, that saves us every single time.
So it's about the compression and the grouping.
Yeah,
option.
So it just keeps it organized. So then when you get to the hotel, you can actually take this whole cube out, throw it in the drawer, everything stays organized just like it would at your house. So
do you unpack at a hotel?
Well, if we're there for 2 weeks, I did.
Absolutely, yeah. That was one thing when we got married. Mark unpacks at every hotel, and I was like, huh? I just live out of this area. Yeah, but I've kind of adopted his mentality, so that would come in handy.
These are great, so you might want to pick up some of those. The other thing I love, these are storage for shoes. So if you've ever hiked or biked, we were, again, in Egypt and Israel. It was muddy and dirty and sandy, and I didn't want to have to put my dirty shoes in the suitcase. So some people use shower caps, but I've found that those let the dirt everywhere. So they cost like $1 online, and they're completely waterproof. You can zip up 2 or 3 pairs of shoes in one, shove them in your bag, and you're good to go.
Nice, nice. Yeah. What's this?
So this is my very favorite toiletry bag. So this is... I'm just going to show you.
Yeah, please. So back up.
Yeah.
Like something magical is about to come out. A bunny out of a hat or something.
So you know how it's so hard because half my suitcase is toiletries, I swear, and you know, primping gear. So this is my favorite. It compresses down.
Nonetheless.
Yeah,
because you never know when you're going to need your hair curled.
You look amazing. So this one rolls up, but what I love about it is that all of these compartments actually Velcro off.
What?
So, for example, if I need just my makeup, I can throw that in my carry-on. I can take it to the bathroom. You know, because you have limited sink space.
You're just washing your hair, you're just brushing your teeth.
Yes. So then you can always pack them up neatly together, or if you just need 1 or 2. Or for me, I gave one of these to my husband and I took the other 3, right? So this is my very favorite.
3-to-1 ratio feels about right. Where do you get this?
On Amazon. I found it on Amazon. I love it. It's a great one. And I think it was about $20, $25.
Okay.
So it's a great one. So now we're going to move on to carry-ons, like what to carry on with you on the plane.
Always a battle, especially on those shorter trips and you feel the pressure, like I should be able to just all fit this into one carry-on, right? Like I'm going to Las Vegas for 2 days. I should be able to pull this off.
You should. So here's some tips to help you kind of get through that. Okay, first off, one of the things I hate is how you can't take water through security, right? It's so annoying. So one of the things I always do is I pack an empty water bottle in my carry-on. So just dump out the water before you leave, or drink it ideally, and then pack it in there. That way, once you get past security, you can refill it at any restaurant. You know, they all have like on the tap where the soda is, you can refill it.
And they don't hassle you.
No, they don't hassle you at all. So instead of paying $4 once you get into the airport, you just refill your own. Okay. So that's another one I love. Another great one is I always need medicine on the go, but again, in Egypt and Israel, I wasn't sure what they would have. So I wanted to be able to have my own stash. These little packets that you can buy at the airport cost $3 or $4 a piece. So instead, I just buy one of these daily pill organizers, and I put my go-to medicines in there, kept it in my carry-on. It was good for the whole trip.
The stuff you hope you don't need, like the Tums, but you'd like to have
but
if
you want
do.
it.
I think labeling is key too. Once on an extended trip to Asia, I thought, oh, I'll remember. And some pills look strikingly similar.
Right.
So anyway, I like the labeling option.
Yeah, this was a great one. I found this little container at Walgreens. Another thing I love is this travel blanket. Have you seen these before?
No.
Okay, look at this. This is the size of like, I don't even know what
palm.
that is. A tiny little thing. It can fit in my pocket, but it is a completely waterproof blanket.
What?
It's about 2 by 4.
What?
This was my favorite thing. My husband didn't understand this, but I loved it. So for example, when we went to the beach, you could lay it down and it would, keep your stuff all dry. I used it on the plane all the time. You could wrap it around you if you were a little chilly.
Feels a little more sanitary than the ones that you worry 50 other passengers have used on the flights before you.
Or like if they hand you a pillow and it doesn't have a case and you're like, who else touched this pillow? I would wrap this around it and lay on it. It was perfect.
All right.
So if you don't have a travel blanket, again, that's on Amazon. Good to go. Another thing I was concerned about is where to stash my cash, because we were going to a pickpockety kind of place. So I kept most of it in my wallet, but I would keep a backup stash in my tissues in my purse, just as like just in case, because no thief would want to grab your tissues, right? So it's just nice to find like a little secret stash in your carry-on to hide your cash.
Okay.
So there's some carry-on advice. This is another one that I always carry on to a plane. Rubber bands.
What?
A stash. I know.
For
it's
what?
Me. You know me. So for everything. So for example, have you ever noticed how your paperback books get trashed in your carry-on bag? So just having one little rubber band around it, or around snacks that you buy at the airport and you want to be able to carry it onto the plane.
Okay.
Another thing I love, this is my simulation of a tray table. You have to put those up and down. I hate how stuff slips off my tray table and you're moving things around when they hand you drinks and snacks.
So your rubber bands.
So I put rubber bands around the tray table.
Fine.
And it's so great. And when you flip it up, because they make you flip it up, at annoying times, you can actually secure your phone or an iPad to the back of the tray table. It's the best.
Fine, I will be putting rubber bands in my Ziploc now. Fine.
There you go.
All right, we've got a minute left. Take us to our hotel room and whip us through some quick ideas.
Okay, so quickly, these are awesome little toiletry caddies. They hold all of your shampoo, conditioner, whatever. They're the perfect size for airlines, and they have a little label at the bottom so that you can remember what you put inside.
Smart.
Love those. And they have suction cups on the back so they can stick right to the shower wall. Another great tip is this bathroom hack. So have you ever had a wet swimming suit because you jumped in the hot tub the night before and you got to pack the next morning? So I use the hotel hair dryer and the laundry bag the hotel gives me, and I put them together to make an instant blow dryer.
Stop it.
And it dries your swimming suits or clothes if you have to, rinse them out.
Okay, that's
a
genius.
Great plan.
Genius.
Another thing to always throw in your bag are command adhesive hooks, because at the hotel room, you don't have the things like a key hook and a jacket hook and the stuff you're used to having.
This is when we were all just oohing and ahhing before the show, because we're thinking, you have stuff everywhere.
Right.
Give yourself some hooks.
Give yourself some hooks. They take no space in your suitcase, and they're easy to pop on and off when you leave. And the last thing I recommend is always throwing in a charger so that you're not putting your straightening iron by the office mirror because there's no space in the bathroom. Right, so it's nice to have, if you're going domestic, it's great to have just a standard power strip that you throw in your suitcase. If you're going international, I really like this one because it can have 8 different ports on it, and it has adapters for every single country.
One of our recent trips, I was trying to be low maintenance. So, of course, I can get ready outside of the bathroom near that door. And I was craning to, curl my hair, and it kept popping out, frustrations building. But no, I don't need to be in the bathroom. I'm good. I'll take the cord clear by the door that's feet away from the mirror. So, all right, this is just a few examples of the many reasons we love this lady. You are always sharing hacks, day-to-day life hacks on your website. Where can we connect with you?
You can find all of them on mechmom.com.
Seriously, your mind will be blown. Follow her on Instagram as well, because the tips you share are life-changing. One rubber band at a time. Thank you so much.